Hello, it's Tom from Tech Ordeal, and I'm here to show you my first gameplay of The Outer Worlds on PC. It's a brand new game that has been hyped for some time now, made by Obsidian, the team that created Fallout New Vegas. The Outer Worlds is the first big sci-fi RPG, or any RPG for that matter, since Fallout 4 that has caught my eye. If you've seen the trailers, you'll already have an idea of the tone of the game. It's a charming combination of brutal violence and tongue-in-cheek humour. It also has some cool features such as mortal NPCs that really die for good, even if they're important to the plot.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
The game is set in Outer World colonies. People you meet will quote brand slogans and are basically owned by corporations. Early on, you will hear a guard describing dead bodies as company property and, moving around, NPCs are wary of speaking too frankly about certain subjects. One thing you can see here is that the settlements are pretty much a standard RPG settlement. They're kind of small, but they're not unlike previous games such as Fallout and Skyrim, and of course it is more of a story-driven game than a world-exploring one. One thing to note about this game is that the facial models and the animations are actually really good. For once, the characters are actually expressive and they look human.
I don't know you.
So this is a really big step up compared to games like Fallout New Vegas, where the technology wasn't quite there.
The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name.
In terms of how everything looks, it's all pretty nice. Graphics wise, we're playing on Ultra for all settings, and it's not hugely taxing on my mid-range computer. I'm using a GTX 1660 graphics card and a Ryzen 5 3600 CPU with 16GB of RAM. My screen's at 1080p and I'm also running a screen recorder. As you can see, the game still has a cartoony design, and so it means that many textures are stylistic rather than trying to be 100% realistic. One thing I've not fully explored yet is the whole world of weapon customizations and repairs. This is set to be another game with great modifications for gear, and I'm hesitant to lay comment until I've clocked many more hours. This is because I've been let down with game modifications in other games around the mid-game point when everything maxes out or there aren't as many customization options as initially thought. One thing to note here is that the game itself is quite small, relatively speaking. I was expecting it to land with a 100+ GB footprint, but it actually only takes up 37GB on my PC, which is pretty good going. I'd like to think this is because of the cartoon textures and optimised production, but already I can't help feeling this game won't be as vast as other open worlds that I'm used to. There is no single map. Instead, the areas to visit are on different planets and ships, so that will add to the perceived vastness, but I do get the impression that in square kilometres this won't square up to a game like Skyrim.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came... Got my sights on you.
sorry. I'll just be a minute.
Some hullheads running around town talking about lost
Ease off the
colony
threats,
ship.
friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders.